Okay, we are live from Thailand. Worst case scenario. Today we're talking about the worst case scenario. I'm Michael Avatar, born in Sweden, live in Thailand. I was born with a dead cerebral palsy. Was my diagnosis. I was dead for 45 minutes, something like that. That's why I say it so differently and whatever. So today we are talking about worst case scenario. Many people get this wrong. You have to plan for worst case scenario, of course, but you can change the words. And the words is what's the average that I feel I can accept. That's the other thinking way. So what's the middle or the lowest point that I can accept to see what I want? And this is very important because many people, they try to put up their level what they can accept. But you should really lower the level what you can expect. Why? Because when you lower your expectancy, then you have more relaxed thinking, the body is more relaxed, and you can achieve better. This is pure science. There are so many experiments out there about lowering the expectancy of your input to receive something. So on the high level, I was in Paralympic. That's like a crazy world of achievement. I mean, I was in the semi-final on 100 meters. There were 3 people within 300 of a second. 3 people within 100 of a second. That's like half a blink. 3 people. I was the only one who came to the final. The other 2 didn't make it. They had to train 4 more years to come to the final if they want to be in the 100-meter final. On this level, what I have done seriously is my lowest point of what I can accept. When I have that, so I can achieve that day after day after day, week after week, I can higher it a little bit. So I always break that point. That means that my confidence is always on the top because I know my lowest point, I can always do it. What happened? This is very interesting. When you always achieve the lowest point, the worst case scenario, whatever you want to call this, the peaks are higher automatically because you are more relaxed. Now I was talking about 100-meter final. That's quite extreme. There's very few people in the world who have achieved a 100-meter final in Paralympic or Olympic for that way. It's probably the most difficult thing to do in the world, to be in 100-meter final. But if you take I make commercials for people, and when I do commercials, my aim is like 75% good. Sometimes I make 80, sometimes I make 95. It's very rare you make 100. Very, very rare. But I know 75, I always do that. And that's like 50 is the common average for a commercial. So I make 25% better than average. But I have to practice that for years to build up my confidence. So how you practice the thinking of worst case scenario is by lowering your expectancy of what you can accept that is good for you. I think this is a quite clear picture. When I lost my track. That happened. This is live streaming, so it's very, I can't cut it. So my point of this subject, worst case scenario, is to change your words to what is the lowest point that you can accept. If you have the lowest point that you can accept too high, then maybe 1 of 10 times you passed the lowest point what you can accept. But if you have a lower point, then you 9 of 10 times you go over the lowest point, and then you are feeling better, you're more focused, you're more relaxed. So the lowest point of acceptancy, whatever you do, if it's work, sports, paintings, whatever, I can't come up with good things. But it's really important. This is seriously, take this seriously. Find the lowest point today, what you expect, and try to lower it. Because when you lower it, you get more confidence. And when you get more confidence, it will go up bit by bit by bit. If you go to the Olympics, I mean, the lowest point of expectancy in the Olympics is like 90%. Seriously. If you should be in a final 100 meter, maybe it's even 97. But it's crazy people. It's the most crazy people in the core room from 100 meter. It was crazy. There were so ego people in that room, including me. So that's extreme. But most of the time, 75% is good. Seriously. It's very, very good. I talked the other day about people writing books. I mean, you can have 5% talent, and then you only write 50% time. That's 55%. If you have zero talent and you sit on your butt writing 75%, that's like 20% more um, time spending than the guy or lady with the 5% talent. You will beat them. Seriously. People get this wrong. The work you put in, it should be in passion, it should be focused, it should be planned what you really want to make. And short stuff doesn't work. You can't train for be a painter in 1 year. It's not possible. Not even in 10 years. Because the way you see the world is too narrow. You have to broaden your world of seeing to be a painter. You have to practice that. Not so much practice painting. You have to practice the way you see things, your knowledge. So this is the um, when you start, for example, being a painter, you know that if you paint 10 years and you're at year 0, the paintings will be better, 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 better. The more you paint, that's common knowledge. So your average that you accept the worst case scenario in a painting, if you stick with the lowest point of your acceptancy, then you really, and you are aware, then you can accept it. And most paintings I made, they look terrible. Seriously, I have to paint all this with color white or whatever. But if I put them away for a week and then I take them up and I say, wow, did I really do this? Because my expectancy when I have painted, focused, it's blurry because I'm too involved. When I get distance from it, then it's really good. I hope this subject gives you an input in how thinking with the worst case scenario, how to change your attitude or seeing when thinking about this and lowering your expectancy, whatever you're doing. Because by lowering expectancy, your peak performance go up, way up, and the middle average value raise by lowering the expectancy that you expect in life. I hope this makes sense for you in your life, in your day. And tomorrow I will have a new broadcast with a new subject. If you have a subject to me, please DM me, whatever it's called, or write in the chat, and maybe I consider doing a video about that. Thank you for listening, and take care. Wow. Okay.